You are watching. Hey guys, you are watching part 2 to a 2-part episode of my show Solo Missions. There's part 1. If you have not watched part 1, please watch it because. Please. I have been sitting here. Let's play some more Indiana Jones games. Now, part 1, we talked about a whole bunch of Indiana Jones games based on the movies and the show. But there's a whole bunch of Indiana Jones games based on just original stories within that universe. So we're going to talk about those, starting with Indiana Jones and the Lost Kingdom for the Commodore 64. Yeah, we're going way back. How riveting.
Well, what can I tell you? It's a Commodore 64 game. They always take this long. Okay, so we have made it to the title screen, but guess what? The game still has to load. Oh wow, sound and text? Huh, something's happening. Okay, now I'm outside the castle. Oh, I'm outside of another castle now? Huh. Okay, let's go to one of these 6 places.
What the fuck?
Okay, so what you're actually supposed to do is control the game with the num keys. You know, the little keys on the side of the keyboard. And that's how you can move to one of these places. Now, this is some serious and important decision making. Which door shall I go through? Green is my favorite color, so I'll pick green.
Alright, wanna know what happens after you go into the green door? Take a guess. Take a wild guess. That's right! The game has to load again!
Okay, so after all that loading, all that waiting, I start the game and the game is busted. I can't move, I can't do anything except for press the enter key where it asks me how many players there are, what level to go to, and what skill level, but every time I can't fucking move!
Alright, so you know what? Fuck this game, Lost Kingdom, lost in my ass! That's not the only PC game we got today, as we're going to now move on to Indiana Jones and the Revenge of the Ancients. Whew, that caught me off guard.
Okay, so I really have no clue what's going on here. It's a whitish, grayish sort of piece of paper.
Oh, it's one of those games.
Who knew that a game called Indiana Jones and Revenge of the Ancients was an interactive fiction, or in other words, one of those games where it's just text and you write back what you think you should do, and yeah, it's just one of those games. This is the central chamber. You can't be far from the key. Legend says, he who holds the key controls the Earth's pulse.
That's a good question. I don't know myself. I guess I'll just say Indiana Jones.
Speaking in tongues won't help.
Okay, thanks for your feedback. I don't talk with tongue anymore. The joke there is that I'm talking like I don't have a tongue, alright?
You got away that time, but that damn Nazi Plebenheim has been hot on your heels the whole way.
I guess run away, right?
Let's have a little more panache, Professor. Oh, come on, dude! Fine. I'll just say okay. Don't lose your nerve. What are you talking about? Speaking in tongues won't help. God damn it! Time suddenly has no meaning. You feel some kind of outside force working on you, making you sleepy and distracted.
Fall asleep.
Let's have a little more panache, Professor.
Okay, how much panache do I need?
You trip over your own feet, then regain your balance.
I don't know. Trip again, maybe?
Don't lose your nerve. Fuck you. Speaking in tongues won't help.
Let's move on. Okay, next up, Indiana Jones and his desktop adventures.
Okay, the music is here. Cool. I move around and the entire screen does this weird shit. The game is windowed the whole time, and that's just how it was back then. And we can talk to this guy.
Oh, so this is how it's gonna be?
So the music just stops? Okay. It's kind of awkward. Okay, now I'm here. Got my whip. And now I'm back here. Okay, I get to talk to other NPCs, which is cool. This game is so boring and lifeless. I'd get more fun out of punching children. There is no music, no sound effects, nothing to really do except for talking and to NPCs. Yeah, I stuttered on leaving that in because I'm so bored.
Not to mention my game kept glitching out, so you know what, let's just move on, pretend it didn't happen. Got one final PC game today, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. It's kind of like the Last Crusade game I played in part 1, you know, one of the 3 of them, the Scum VM one. This one's also a Scum VM LucasArts point-and-click game. Let's just hope it's not as awkward as the Last Crusade. So let's go play.
Alright, another remix of the theme, and to be honest, I don't really like it. Not to mention these opening credits, you can't skip them. Oh, there he is!
Alright, Jones, how you gonna find that statue?
Hey, you wanna turn the music down? The music's a bit loud!
So now I'm playing.
Good invitation.
I can go around all these things here. Oh, we're still in the opening credits? You know what? They're having fun with this, so that's cool. Alright, let's go to the gaping hole.
Looks dangerous.
Okay, he didn't go down. Huh, what about the rope? Okay, where's the trap?
These books don't
Come
mention
on,
earlier.
come at me.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's a shame. Alright, let's take a look at this cat over here. Alright!
I'll be honest, I can't really recall the last time Indiana Jones was a slapstick comedy.
Okay, so I opened the locker and got this golden relic looking thing, or as Indy calls it.
Strange looking thing.
And now we're finally in a science lab talking to these two, and once again, the sound mixing.
What was your name again?
Smith. Tell me, did you find a lock to match my key?
Is award winning.
Oh shit, here we go!
He goes away.
Okay, look, I know that was probably very revolutionary for its time, but doesn't mean it wasn't underwhelming.
What's that? Have I just started playing? And is that music I hear? Okay, so now I go here to go inside of this building because all of the other doors are locked. But this asshole comes out and there is actually dialogue that you can hear.
What do you want, pal? This ain't no ticket office.
Okay, I can barely hear anything, but it's not like it's the Last Crusade, where you heard nothing.
I think the right thing for me to say right now is, let me in, you Darwinian nightmare.
Let me in, you Darwinian nightmare.
Was that an insult?
Indy, you go tell him.
Well, what do you think?
I think I'm tired of fancy Dan college boys who use big words, and I think you better apologize.
Well, why should I, you fat tub of lard?
That's it, wise guy. Put up your two.
Oh shit! Alright, let's go!
Alright, this just went up a lot. Yeah, let's go! Let's go! Fuck you, you fucking Darwinian nightmare! Go to hell! I win.
Okay, so that's all the PC games, you know, want to get those out of the way. But there's a whole lot more Indiana Jones games to cover here, like Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine on the N64 and the PC. And I played the PC version, so I lied. I'm not done with the PC yet, so let's go play it. Okay?
Time to go to work.
Okay, let's play the game. This feels odd. Moving feels uncomfortable, but let's go.
Oh, there's the gun!
I don't think any other game has ever left me this speechless this early. But what do I even say? The camera controls are stiff enough, but I go down the cliff, die, and immediately get a game over.
Do I even keep playing? Well, I'll try.
Okay, so what you have to do is actually go straight, obviously, but when I say go straight, I mean you can't even veer the slightest bit to the right or left, or else the camera will start either having a seizure, or Indy turns a little bit, and it looks weird. Look at this model! I know it's from 1999, but you can't tell me QA testers weren't a thing back then. Jumping onto another platform is weird too, and honestly feels like it works whenever it feels like it. What you're supposed to do is stand right in front of the wall and then press the jump button without pressing anything else or holding any other button or control stick or whatever, but it is very specific and you'll end up messing up somehow and you'll never know how you fucking messed it up. Now I'm here. I can't jump anywhere. Is this something I can move? Okay, so as it turns out, you are actually supposed to move this box thingy and go through the opening, but I'm pressing every goddamn button and nothing's happening.
But I just gotta accept the fact that I just got stun locked while playing Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. So I just gotta take the loss and move on. Alright, now we jump to the next generation of consoles, playing on the original Xbox, that is, with Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Tomb.
So I get to name myself. I'm not gonna be playing as Indy though. I'm just gonna be playing as I. So the game starts with the tutorial, and it kind of reminds me of Zelda a little bit. Not that this should have been in my Zelda Clones and Ripoffs episode, but it just does.
I can use this water to fill up my canteen.
Man, what an observation. Who knew that, you know, you put a canteen under a water fountain and it fills up the canteen with water? Sorry, I don't usually get emotional on camera like this.
Alright, so I've grabbed my machete. Cool and all, but I'm Indiana Jones. I want my trusty whip. But either way, there are no enemies. Why'd I just get a machete where there are no enemies anywhere close? It's okay though, instead of using it to fight enemies, so far I'm using it to cut vines. Yippee! So now I need my whip, which turns out I had it this whole time. Equip the whip, then press and hold A to swing from the croc head.
Okay, that sounds cool and all, but how do I equip my whip? You never told me how to do that!
I'm actually pressing every goddamn button and nothing's happening. Okay, so something happened now, but how do I equip it? Once again, I'm pressing every fucking button until magically I equip the whip. So now I have to equip my machete to cut the vines.
Fuck off with this shit.
Hunters. These guys are no Boy Scouts. I better watch my back.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It doesn't really take a genius to figure that out. They look pretty old to be Boy Scouts, if I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, let's go. Let's fight. I wish equipping weapons wasn't so annoying, but let's fight. Once you finally do equip your machete and use it to fight enemies, it doesn't even work or feel like a machete. It feels like I'm just punching while holding a machete. Not to mention, the camera controls are really fucking annoying, and it never goes where you want it to. I found those two not Boy Scouts, and they beat me up, and I got a game over. And I quit.
Alright, we're getting close to the end here, but next up is Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings.
So we are at the title screen, and Indiana Jones is looking really dead.
We finally got out of the lecture hall and into the field. Dr. Kingston took us to the resting place of the Jade Sphere.
Yep.
Kind of Mayan astronomy guide. Magnus Voller, of course, had to abandon us and strike out on his
Yep.
own. In an old ruin like this one, that can be suicide. I ran to catch him before
Yep.
he got into too much trouble.
Gotta take notes, yep.
Indy, I found it. The Jade Sphere is right through this door.
Magnus, wait! Dr. Kingston hasn't translated the inscription yet. This place could be a trap.
I wouldn't go there if I were you, Magnus.
You
I wouldn't go there.
Americans, you're so full of swagger, yet so timid in the face of real adventure.
I wouldn't do that.
Have a little courage, will you? It's a trap! Indy, help!
What did I tell you? So my first objective is to rescue Magnus.
Really?
Use the analog stick to move around. Press circle to dive out of the way of hazards, like a giant boulder. Okay, cool. Thanks for the tip.
There must be a way to shut this place down.
press triangle to pick up and interact with them when you see the hand icon. Alright, cool. Thanks.
Oh my god, what do you want?
Pick up artifacts to unlock bonus content. Alright, yeah, cool. Thanks for telling me that. Thanks for interrupting the game just so you could tell me that. Alright, so I've run all the way over to Magnus.
Magnus, you good?
I've come to rescue you, Magnus. Why are you just standing there? So as it turns out, what you're supposed to do is trigger these altars, and once you trigger all 3 of them, then you can rescue Magnus.
Okay. Why wasn't that specified?
I mean, it says to trigger them in reverse order over here, but it's a little bonus objective, as it seems, and put on the bottom like it's not as important as what I'm actually supposed to do. So what am I supposed to think? Okay, so I triggered all the altars, and I've rescued Magnus, or except I didn't rescue him because this happens, who cares? Oh, so I did trigger them in reverse order?
You still don't get a pass.
Alright, so we go back to the journal and get a complete voiceover of the text, cause of course we do, and now we jump to 17 years later. Indy then catches this guy going through papers, and now I have to defeat the Tong Thugs? What kind of name is Tong Thugs? That's what you named your gang? And by defeat the Tong Thugs, I mean solve puzzles to get to the Tong Thugs. And now I get to fight the Tong Thugs. You know, normally I would be excited, but I don't know, this game just seems to be do the objectives the game. I mean, you can say that about most games, but no, it's just save Magnus, fight the Tong Thugs, find evidence, fight the Tong Thugs, acquire this relic, do 3 backflips, fight the Tong Thugs.
I think I'm just gonna fall asleep.
Go DPX.
Huh? Zach? As in youtube.com/Zachary Attacks? Why are you here?
I don't know. You called me. Why'd you call me?
I can assure you I did not call you.
Whatever, dickhead. What do you want? Just tell me.
Well, I guess now that you're here, you know, I've been playing all these Indiana Jones games, and while some of them are good, like that SNES game, just about all of them, just about all the rest of them, you know, they range from mid to just really damn bad. And I don't know how I can't find, like, a really good one. That many really good ones, you know?
You are a dumbass.
Fuck you!
No, fuck you. You're gonna tell me you're playing Indiana Jones and you haven't played the 2 Lego games? Are you stupid?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I was getting to those. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, DPX, these games are made by Traveler Tales. They made many Lego games, like Lego...
Alright, that's enough, Zach. What is it with you guys and giving me a whole fucking Wikipedia page? I didn't ask for that. So yeah, turns out there is Lego Indiana Jones and Lego Indiana Jones 2. Pretty cool, you know? They're based on the movies, you know? The first one's based off of the original trilogy, and the second one's based off of the 4th movie. And I know what you're thinking, but DPX, didn't you say that part 1 is about the games based on the movies, and the part 2 is about the games not based off the movies? So why are the 2 Lego games that are based on the movies in part 2? Shouldn't they be in part 1? And, well, don't worry about it.
Let me tell you, we finally found it. We finally found some other great Indiana Jones games. It's the Lego games. They take the source material of what it's based on and have some fun with it. It's got the charm of a Lego game. It's funny. The game feels good. It looks good for the time. It's not a boring chore fest. Doesn't have clunky camera controls. Doesn't have bullshit enemies that surround you. It doesn't loop. Enemies don't pop up out of nowhere. It's not awkwardly silent. The sound mixing isn't terrible. Doesn't have this bullshit animation whenever you die and you jump back. It's not busted. It's not an interactive adventure, whatever the fuck Revenge of the Ancients was. It's not desktop adventures. It's definitely not Infernal Machine. They're fun. And in the case of Lego Indiana Jones 2, which is based on the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, the best way to experience that movie.
Well, would you look at that? This adventure might have, you know, resulted in quite a few lumps of shit, and just some lumps, not of shit, but just some lumps. We also resulted in a couple of lumps of gold. And hey, we might have another one down the distant future with Bethesda and Machine Games working on an all-new Indiana Jones game that, given Bethesda's track record of releasing games buggy and glitchy, and the murmurs of it being a live service game, and the fact that we haven't seen anything for the game in over 2 years, I'm really excited for it. But even though I had a time playing these games, nothing holds a candle to the original trilogy, and just that other one can maybe go over there. I think it has more than earned its spot as one of the greatest movie trilogies of all time. But I went on quite the adventure. And I think I need to spread the word. Tell other people about my adventure. What do you want? I was on an adventure. Where'd you go? You don't want to know. Okay.